in advance of the next election, you have a lot of candidates you can choose from, and sometimes it's hard to know who to vote for. It's at times like this that we turn to the father of Senator Ted Cruz, who has the answer for us. It's in a book. You might have heard of it. Let's watch.
Did you know that the Bible tells you exactly who to vote for? Very, very clearly the Bible tells you who to vote for. Let me prove it to you. Let me put it in context. Moses has just crossed the Red Sea. And now Moses is in the wilderness trying to govern 1 million people. And Moses is going bananas.
Not sure they had bananas in that area of the world.
I can't wait.
Possible.
I can't wait to see where this goes. I like so many things to like there. The Bible tells you exactly who to vote for.
Yeah.
Right.
So exact that I'm going to follow up that statement with a folksy anecdote.
A folksy anecdote about Moses and his father-in-law. And Moses was going bananas. Let's continue.
And here comes his father-in-law, Jethro. And God speaks through Jethro. And Jethro says, Moses, what you're doing is not good. And in Exodus chapter 18, verse 21, Jethro says to Moses, you select from among the people. Now that's the same as you elect from among the people. And now he gives 4 qualifications. Able men.
So he's coming up on 4 qualifications, which don't worry, he'll repeat. First of all, he's like select, which is exactly the same as elect.
In the same way that choosing your son to be king after you is the same as electing him to be king after you.
Right.
Well, he thinks there was a Republican democracy back at that point in history.
Yeah.
He's off by a bit.
It's really good. So I can't wait. I'm not quite getting yet how the Bible tells you exactly who to vote for. But anyway, so he's going to run them down, and the four qualifications that enable you to choose who to vote for. Here's more from, what's his first name, Raymond? No, Rafael.
Rafael Cruz.
Here's more from Rafael Cruz.
Able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness. I'm going to repeat it. Able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness. Now let's define those terms. Able men. That means elect somebody who is capable of doing the job. Don't elect the village idiot.
So Ted Cruz's father told us not to elect the village idiot. But maybe we need music. 2. Quicker. There he is. 3, 4, 5. There we go. Well, it seemed good
just
on paper.
Intellectual titans
Titans,
there.
look at that. Yeah. That's right.
No, maybe he's actually not in support of his son becoming president. He's warning us, don't elect the village idiot. Don't do it.
We should have let the rest of the clip play.
Yeah,
that's right, village idiot, like my son.
Yeah. But I want to talk very briefly about the qualifications that he lists there, because he says from this, you know exactly who to vote for. The first is that they have to be able men. So right off the bat, women cannot be elected to office. He's being very clear about that. I hope that any women in the audience stood up for their rights there. Any women in our audience, feel free to stand up for your rights by opposing Ted Cruz and his family in the future. They have to fear God, which is clearly setting up a religious test, which means that this does not pass the Constitution of the United States of America, which he says he supports, but apparently in practice it does not. They have to be truthful, which is great, but it seems like every politician, Democratic or Republican, lies, so I don't think that gives us that much guidance. And they can't have any covetousness, which I would take to mean let's not elect any rich motherfuckers that have been coveting money and possessions their whole lives. So let's elect from the poorest among us.